I'm Randy Travis. Here are 5 things you probably don't know about me.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're stepping into the legendary life of country icon Randy Travis. From his soulful lifestyle and career highs to the latest updates you won't want to miss. If you love stories that hit all the right notes, make sure to like this video and subscribe so you're always tuned in. Let's get started. Early life. Born Randy Bruce Trawick on May 4, 1959 in Marshville, North Carolina, Randy Travis grew up in a working-class family whose values and struggles would deeply influence his music and character. The second of 6 children, Randy was raised in a small rural town about 40 miles southeast of Charlotte. His father, Harold Trawick, was a construction worker, horse breeder, and a passionate fan of traditional country music. His mother, Bobby Trawick, worked in a textile factory and was a devout Christian who introduced her children to gospel music. Life in the Trawick household was strict and often turbulent, but it was also rich in the kind of everyday experiences that would later color Randy's storytelling as a country artist. From an early age, Randy showed a deep interest in music, thanks in large part to his father, who encouraged both Randy and his brother Ricky to pursue singing. Harold was determined to mold his sons into country stars, often pushing them to practice and perform. By the age of 10, Randy was playing guitar, and by 14, he and Ricky were performing publicly as the Trawick brothers at local talent shows, church functions, and even honky-tonks. Their repertoire included songs by country legends like Hank Williams, George Jones, and Lefty Frizzle, artists who would leave an indelible mark on Randy's style. Despite his musical promise, Randy's teenage years were marked by rebellion and trouble with the law. He dropped out of high school and had several run-ins with authorities for offenses ranging from stealing cars to drug use. During this period, music became both an escape and a form of discipline. A pivotal turn came when Randy won a talent contest at a nightclub in Charlotte. The owner, Elizabeth "Lib" Hatcher, took notice of his raw talent and saw potential in his voice and presence. She offered him a job at the club and eventually became his manager. Lib's influence on Randy's life was transformative. She helped him stay out of trouble, encouraged him to refine his image, and guided him toward a professional music career. Randy moved to Nashville in the early 1980s under Lib's guidance, initially facing rejection from major labels who thought his style was too traditional for the times. But his persistence and the grounding influences of his rural upbringing and gospel roots kept him focused. During these early years, he worked as a cook and performer at the Nashville Palace, slowly building a reputation for his deep baritone voice and authentic country sound. Randy Travis's early life was defined by a complex mix of familial pressure, youthful missteps, and unwavering musical passion. His connection to the hardships and values of rural America shaped his identity and eventually his songwriting, which would come to resonate with millions. It was the combination of his father's musical obsession, his mother's faith, and Lib Hatcher's mentorship that helped transform a troubled teenager into one of country music's most influential voices. Career and success. Randy Travis's career is a testament to the power of perseverance, traditionalism, and authenticity in an ever-evolving music landscape. Building on the transformative support he received in his early years, particularly from his longtime manager and future wife, Lib Hatcher, Travis emerged from his turbulent adolescence and slow-burning start in Nashville with a sound that would soon revolutionize country music. His breakthrough moment came in 1986 with the release of Storms of Life, his debut album under Warner Brothers Records. Featuring hit singles like On the Other Hand and Diggin' Up Bones, the album was both a critical and commercial success, ultimately going multi-platinum and re-establishing the popularity of traditional country at a time when the genre was leaning toward pop influences. Storms of Life wasn't just a hit, it was a cultural reset. With his rich baritone voice, neo-traditional sound, and sincere storytelling, Travis quickly became one of the most recognizable names in country music. The album's success earned him widespread acclaim and industry recognition, including the Academy of Country Music's Top New Male Vocalist Award. Just a year later, in 1987, he won a Grammy Award for Best Male Country Vocal Performance for the track Forever and Ever, Amen, a song that would become one of his most iconic recordings. The single topped the charts for weeks and remains a staple of classic country playlists to this day. Throughout the late 1980s and into the 1990s, Randy Travis continued to dominate the charts with a string of successful albums, including Always and Forever, Old 8x10, and No Holdin' Back. Each record further cemented his reputation as the torchbearer for traditional country music in the modern era. During this peak period, he racked up 7 Grammy Awards, 10 American Music Awards, and 5 Country Music Association Awards. His influence extended far beyond the charts. He inspired a wave of neo-traditionalist country artists who followed in his footsteps, including stars like Alan Jackson and George Strait. In addition to his success in music, Travis also ventured into acting. He appeared in numerous television shows and movies, often cast in roles that echoed his humble Southern roots. Notable appearances include Matlock, Touched by an Angel, and the film The Rainmaker. These roles helped broaden his audience and showcased his versatility as an entertainer beyond just music. Travis's career took a new direction in the 2000s when he returned to his gospel roots, releasing several Christian albums that were both spiritually resonant and commercially viable. His 2002 album Rise and Shine featured the hit 3 Wooden Crosses, which became his 16th number 1 single, and won Song of the Year at the CMA Awards. This phase of his career highlighted his ability to evolve while staying true to his core identity, connecting with audiences through faith-based themes and heartfelt performances. Despite facing major health challenges later in life, including a life-threatening stroke in 2013 that significantly impacted his ability to perform, Randy Travis's legacy has only grown. He was inducted into the Country Music Hall of Fame in 2016, a recognition of his enormous contributions to the genre and his lasting impact on generations of musicians and fans alike. Randy Travis's career is not just a story of fame, it's one of influence, resilience, and a deep-rooted connection to the soul of American music. From a small-town boy with a troubled past to a Grammy-winning legend, his contributions shaped the sound of modern country and left a legacy that continues to inspire both fans and fellow artists across genres. Income and net worth. Randy Travis's financial success reflects a storied career that spans decades, with an estimated net worth ranging from $9 million to $12 million, according to multiple sources. While not as astronomical as some of today's crossover country pop stars, Travis's wealth is a testament to the enduring appeal of his music, his influence on the genre, and the various ventures he pursued throughout his career. The bulk of Travis's income was generated during the peak of his music career in the late 1980s and 1990s, when he consistently topped the country charts and sold millions of albums. His debut album Storms of Life Alone went triple platinum, and follow-ups like Always and Forever and Old 8x10 continued to perform exceptionally well commercially. Royalties from these multi-platinum records and an impressive catalog of hit singles remain a steady source of passive income, especially through digital streaming platforms and licensing deals. In addition to album sales, touring was a major source of revenue during his prime. Travis performed across the US and internationally, often selling out large venues. His live shows, which showcased his signature baritone voice and down-to-earth storytelling, helped him build a loyal fan base and generated millions in concert revenue over the years. Despite suffering a debilitating stroke in 2013 that effectively ended his performing career, Travis's estate continues to manage his music rights, merchandise, and licensing opportunities. Documentaries, tribute performances, and anniversary releases of his classic albums have all contributed to the preservation and monetization of his legacy. Lifestyle insights. Beyond the stage and studio, Randy Travis has led a lifestyle deeply rooted in simplicity, faith, and a love for the outdoors, reflecting the grounded values that have long defined his music. While his professional journey is marked by fame and accolades, his personal life has always been about staying close to his roots. Even at the height of his career, Travis avoided the flashiness that often accompanies celebrity, preferring quiet moments on his ranch, horseback riding, and spending time in nature. A longtime lover of horses, Randy was actively involved in horse breeding and riding, an interest that provided him peace and a sense of freedom away from the pressures of public life. Travis also has a passion for cooking, particularly Southern-style comfort food, a hobby he has enjoyed throughout his life. He was known to spend time in the kitchen making traditional dishes passed down from his family in North Carolina. Whether it was barbecuing with friends or preparing hearty meals, these small rituals underscored his appreciation for home, community, and hospitality. Faith has always been a cornerstone of Travis's identity, both publicly and privately. His transition into gospel music in the early 2000s wasn't just a career pivot. It was a reflection of his personal spiritual journey. His Christian beliefs influenced much of his lifestyle, from the music he wrote and performed to the philanthropic causes he supported. Over the years, Travis has contributed to various charities, including those focused on children's hospitals, veterans, and faith-based organizations. He has also supported stroke awareness initiatives, especially following his own life-threatening stroke in 2013. In terms of personal style, Randy Travis favored a classic, cowboy-inspired look, often seen in boots, jeans, and Western shirts. This wasn't an image crafted for marketing. It was an authentic expression of who he was. His understated fashion choices reflected the same humility and straightforwardness that resonated in his music. Whether on stage or at home, Travis remained true to his Southern roots. However, Travis's life hasn't been without controversy. In the early 2010s, he faced a string of highly publicized incidents, including multiple arrests related to public intoxication and reckless behavior. These moments painted a stark contrast to his public persona and sparked concern among fans and the music community. The challenges he faced during this time, including personal struggles with alcohol, marked a difficult chapter in his life. But following his 2013 stroke and the long road to recovery that followed, Travis emerged with a renewed sense of purpose and clarity. His wife, Mary Davis, became a central figure in his healing process, offering steadfast support and helping him gradually return to public life. Still, not all controversies are behind him. Rumors of infidelity during the peak of his fame in the late 1990s and early 2000s continue to resurface, even as recently as 2025. While no concrete evidence ever emerged, and Mary Davis has publicly dismissed the speculation as unfounded, the whispers have lingered in tabloid culture. These claims have never been confirmed and did not result in any known separation or scandal during that era, but they remain part of the broader narrative surrounding Travis's personal life. Whether true or not, the persistence of such rumors has added another layer to the public's fascination with his story. Today, Randy Travis lives more quietly, focusing on his health and legacy. He occasionally appears at events, participates in interviews, and remains a respected elder statesman of country music. His lifestyle, marked by humility, spiritual reflection, and resilience, mirrors the themes that run through his songs: faith, redemption, love, and perseverance. Randy Travis's personal life, shaped by both triumphs and trials, reveals a man of depth and conviction. From his love of horses and home cooking to his unwavering spirituality and philanthropic efforts, his lifestyle has always mirrored the values he sang about. Even after facing significant setbacks, both publicly and privately, Travis continues to inspire, not just through his music but through his strength, humility, and unwavering connection to the life he came from. His legacy isn't just one of chart-topping hits. It's one of authenticity, endurance, and a life lived with purpose. Relationships and personal life. Randy Travis's life has been profoundly shaped by a series of personal and professional relationships that have influenced not only his career trajectory, but also his emotional and spiritual growth. From pivotal partnerships to enduring friendships, the connections in Travis's life reveal a man who has experienced both unwavering loyalty and difficult separation. One of the most significant relationships in Travis's life was with Elizabeth "Lib" Hatcher, who played a dual role as his longtime manager and eventually his wife. The two met when Travis was still a teenager performing in a Charlotte nightclub she managed. Hatcher saw promise in his talent, gave him a job, and eventually became the driving force behind his move to Nashville. Their relationship blossomed over time, and after years of professional collaboration, they married in 1991. Their bond lasted more than 30 years, encompassing both his rise to stardom and many of his personal challenges. However, their marriage came to an end in 2010. The divorce was a turning point in Travis's life, marking the end of a deeply entwined personal and professional chapter. Despite the separation, the impact Lib had on Randy's early success is undeniable. She was not just a manager, but a critical architect of his country music legacy. In 2015, Travis found love again with Mary Davis, a pivotal figure during one of the most challenging times of his life. The two married following his devastating 2013 stroke, and Mary has been by his side ever since, serving as both caregiver and advocate. Her unwavering support through his recovery has been widely praised, and she's credited with helping Travis regain his public presence, even when his speech and mobility were significantly impaired. Their relationship is often cited as a powerful example of devotion and resilience. Mary has remained fiercely protective of Randy, publicly dismissing rumors of past infidelity and focusing instead on the future they are building together. Although Travis has no children of his own, he has always remained close to his family in North Carolina, particularly his siblings. As one of 6 children, Randy grew up in a tight-knit, if sometimes turbulent, household. His brother Ricky was especially influential in his early musical development. They performed together as the Trawick brothers in local talent shows. That familial musical partnership helped ignite the flame that would later define Randy's solo career. Despite the pressures and distance that fame can bring, Travis has remained connected to his family, often referencing them in interviews and returning to his roots whenever possible. Professionally, Travis has formed meaningful relationships with numerous figures in the country music world. He's been close with artists like George Jones, who served as a mentor and friend during the early days of his career, and Alan Jackson, who was among the many artists influenced by Travis's traditional sound. His collaborations with gospel legends, such as the Blind Boys of Alabama and fellow country star Carrie Underwood, further expanded his artistic network. These connections weren't just business-based. They were founded on mutual respect and shared values, particularly around faith, tradition, and musical integrity. Perhaps one of the most enduring aspects of Randy Travis's character is his loyalty. Despite facing controversies, personal struggles, and serious health setbacks, he has maintained close ties with those who stood by him through it all. Whether it's old friends from his early days in Marshville, North Carolina, or newer relationships built during his recovery, Travis values trust, authenticity, and faith, traits that resonate throughout both his music and his life. Real estate. Randy Travis's real estate portfolio offers a glimpse into the country star's appreciation for privacy, Southern charm, and a life grounded in authenticity. Unlike celebrities drawn to the glitz of Los Angeles or New York, Travis's most notable properties reflect his deep connection to the rural lifestyle and the quieter comforts of home. One of Travis's most notable properties was his sprawling estate in Tioga, Texas. This French country-style mansion, situated on over 100 acres, boasted more than 20,000 square feet of living space. The estate featured 8 bedrooms, 10 bathrooms, a grand ballroom, a home theater, a climate-controlled wine cellar, and even an indoor shooting range. The outdoor amenities included a pool, horse stables, and a private lake, catering to Travis's love for horses and the countryside. In 2019, the property was sold for $3.5 million, marking the end of an era for the country music legend. In addition to his Texas estate, Travis owned a luxurious 1,800 square foot condo in Nashville's affluent Belmead neighborhood. This residence, reflecting his connection to the heart of country music, was sold for $545,000, showcasing his ties to both his Southern roots and the music industry hub. Currently, Randy Travis resides at Chrysalis Ranch, a property he owns near Tioga, Texas, with his wife, Mary Davis. This ranch serves as a peaceful retreat, offering the tranquility and privacy essential for his ongoing recovery and well-being. The ranch's serene environment, coupled with its natural beauty, provides a nurturing space that aligns with Travis's values and lifestyle. Randy Travis's real estate choices over the years have mirrored his evolution as an artist and individual. From the grand estate that once symbolized his meteoric rise to the quieter residence that now supports his personal journey, each home reflects his values: comfort, authenticity, and connection to the land. These properties weren't just investments. They were reflections of the different seasons of his life, blending country elegance with spiritual purpose. Cars and vehicles. Randy Travis's relationship with vehicles has always reflected his grounded Southern roots and straightforward lifestyle. Long before fame found him, Travis drove practical, modest vehicles that suited his life as a struggling artist in North Carolina and later in Nashville. In his early days, he was known to drive older pickup trucks, reliable, no-nonsense vehicles that mirrored his blue-collar upbringing and love for the outdoors. As his career soared in the 1980s and 1990s, Travis's taste in vehicles evolved alongside his growing fame and fortune. He began adding luxury trucks and classic cars to his personal collection, favoring vehicles that combined rugged utility with traditional American craftsmanship. Among his better-known rides was a custom Ford F-350, a heavy-duty pickup that fit his image as a country star who still loved to get his boots muddy. Travis also reportedly owned a Harley-Davidson motorcycle at one point, embracing the spirit of independence and Americana that his music often celebrated. In later years, as his public appearances became more limited due to health challenges, Travis scaled back his automotive lifestyle. However, he's still known to enjoy riding as a passenger in high-end SUVs, often with his wife Mary behind the wheel. His current vehicle choices prioritize comfort, safety, and accessibility, traits that reflect his changed lifestyle and personal focus on recovery and well-being. Though Randy never became known for owning exotic supercars or flashy luxury vehicles, his approach to cars has always been about function, character, and a connection to the life he sings about. He traveled extensively by tour bus throughout his career, many of which were customized for comfort on the road. These buses became temporary homes during his tours, allowing him to maintain a sense of routine and privacy while staying close to his fans across the country. What surprised you most about Randy Travis's story? Drop a comment below. If you liked this video, check out one of the ones on your screen now. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.